So, Rite of the Nine has some very interesting weapons to say the least. Some are great, others are forgettable. We will make a more in-depth video on that topic next week, but one of those weapons that is great is a sudden death void shotgun. There is a few reasons to love this, such as being a very accessible weapon to farm since Rite of the Nine is free for all players. Another reason is that it has many wonderful sets of perks to make different god rolls that are really good. And finally, amongst that, I guess you would say selection of god rolls, it has one combo that isn't possible anywhere else right now. Like seriously, nowhere else. It has a one-of-a-kind combo that is really fun and something you certainly want to chase. But before we jump into that, just want to say if you enjoy the content and want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content. With that out of the way, let's pull up all the perks you can get here with a sudden death. Now, as usual, when it comes to these weapons, we are going to be labeling it so you guys can follow and reading it from right to left. Now, all the way to the right, we have the origin trait crossing over. This is a perfectly fine origin trait, nothing too crazy. And then we have Gravity Well, another one that is fairly good, nothing too crazy in my opinion. Now, over in column 4, we have Closing Time, Paracausal Affinity, the Stabilizing Rounds, Redirection, Opening Shot, and Trench Barrel. Next to that, in column 3, we have 1-2 Punch, Threat Detector, Discord, Envious Assassin, Slide Shot, and Repulsor Brace. And for magazines, we have Assault Mag, Appended Mag, Tactical Mag, Extended Mag, Steady Rounds, Accurized Rounds, and Light Mag. Now, this perk pool is honestly pretty damn impressive for any void weapon, especially a shotgun. So I think it's fair to bring up the ultimate god roll combo you will want. So starting off with barrels, you will want Barrel Shroud. This grants us a +10 stability and +10 handling, which in the case of a shotgun, handling is very important for the general feel since you will be pulling this out and switching to it very often. For magazines, you will want Assault Mag. This gives you a +5 rounds per minute boost to your stats, which is great here, and a +15 stability, which matters here, I guess. The +5 rounds per minute is more helpful, at least to me. Now, in column 3, it's an easy choice here. 1-2 Punch is like a must. This buffs your melee damage by 100%, of course, depending on what melee you're using. More on this pretty soon. But yeah, you pair this with Trench Barrel in column 4, it's truly making a wild god roll combo that is one of a kind. So a little explanation on what makes this so great. With 1-2 Punch, hitting a target with all 12 pellet shotguns in the spread increases the damage of your next melee attack within 1.22 seconds by 100%. Stowing the weapon removes the buff. Now, it's important to mention that the following options do not benefit from 1-2 Punch. For Hunters, Proximity Explosive Knives, Snare Bombs, Detonations, Tempest Strike, Withering Blade, and Threaded Spike do not benefit from 1-2 Punch. For Titans, Throwing Hammer, Consecration, Thunderclap, Shield Throw, and Fillet Storm do not benefit from 1-2 Punch. And for Warlocks, literally every single melee except Chain Lightning and Grapple Melee. So if it's not Chain Lightning or Grapple Melee, 1-2 Punch does not benefit anything there. I think it's safe to say that that's kind of disappointing, but it's important to also note that this buff does not stack with the passive melee damage increases against frozen non-boss targets. The higher the buff of the two takes precedence, so freeze being higher in every case with the exception of Shiver Strike and Howl the Storm in PvE. So with 1-2 Punch here, the main melee that will truly make this cracked is that grapple melee found on the Strand subclass. Specifically for the Hunter and Titan subclass, you're going to be getting a lot of benefits here. Warlocks, of course, can utilize the grapple melee. Now, you can use Prismatic Hunter, but remember that you can't get more damage from frozen targets, which kind of makes it somewhat obsolete for Prismatic. But again, if you want to use it on Prismatic, you have the Grapple Melee, you can do it there. But besides Prismatic Hunter, the main ones, Bannerboard Titan will be pretty damn good with this weapon, and for the next season, Hunters are getting a new exotic that even builds into Tangle, so things will be crazy with this weapon in general. But with Trench Barrel, the other combo here, dealing melee damage grants the following for 3 shots within 5 seconds. Plus 30 reload speed, plus 30 handling, and a 50% increased damage. Stowing the weapon removes the buff. Important to note, a Trench Barrel is simple and powerful, but a little bit of a reality check here is that the frame itself is not totally friendly to true DPS numbers. In that category, it's going to be last compared to other legendary shotgun frames. So that's not great, but to be honest, it doesn't hinder how awesome this shotgun can be. Now, for some of the other perks that you can mix and match with that also work with the one circled on screen, in Column 3 Discord is a great option for ammo economy. Envious Assassin is great for extending your true DPS output if you're using something like Trench Barrel, and the obvious Repulsive Brace if you have destabilizing rounds. In Column 4, like we just mentioned, destabilizing rounds is obvious here. Redirection is low-key great here. It's a pellet base instead of shot base, so just keep in mind that means you might build it up fast, but you're also using those stacks pretty damn fast. And then lastly, Paracausal Affinity is good here if you want to pair this with any light builds that are aligned with the light subclass or light energy types. So what I mean there is just don't use it with Strand if you want to use Paracausal Affinity. But yeah, those are pretty much god rolls. The notable one will be the obvious 1-2 punch Trench Barrel combo. I really enjoyed the shotgun and recommend it, again, just for that one combo alone with 1-2 punch and Trench Barrel. When a perk combo is one of a kind in the game, it's likely a must keep, and a sudden death is exactly that. It's a must keep, and I think if you maybe you don't care too much, see if you have one of these, stow it away in the vault. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. Curious on what you think on this shotgun. I love it, but I am one person, so curious to see what you guys think on this one. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button. It helps out the video a ton. And like I said before, if you want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content. As always, thank you for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Until next time, ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.